Hi everyone, I just wanted to come on and do a little video on eucalyptus because it's one of my most favourite oils, and it's one that in doterra is actually the product of the month this month, and it's an incredible oil and really worth a little video. So I'm actually sitting here under our beautiful eucalyptus tree. I hope you can see that. I feel very blessed to have that here because it's not native at all to this country. It's primarily native to Australia now, although the oldest eucalyptus fossils were actually found in South America. And in Australia, the oldest fossils that have been found are around 21 million years old. So this is an incredible tree that has survived millions and millions of years and still continues to thrive. 3/4 of the forests in Australia are actually eucalyptus forests, and obviously before the fires lots of that's been lost now, but eucalyptus has this incredible ability to regrow after fire, and it's got these little buds that are very strongly encased, and it protects them during fire so that after the fires they're able to reseed and grow again quite easily. It's also got this beautiful peeling bark, which hopefully you can see here, and it becomes really stunning. Some versions of this tree, I mean within the Eucalyptus genus there's actually 700 different types, and 500 of those actually produce oils, so it's an abundant tree. But out of those oils, really the ones that are most known about are Eucalyptus radiata, which is the one that I'm primarily going to talk about today, Eucalyptus globulus, Eucalyptus citriodora, and then there is a Eucalyptus peppermint. As an aromatherapist, it's not one I've used a lot. I've primarily used the three that I've mentioned, but all of the oils within the eucalyptus genus have the ability to work on the respiratory system and really support and strengthen and tonify amongst, both the immune system and also the respiratory system, because they very much work as an expectorant and a decongestant, a febrifuge, so it's got the ability to support the body during fevers and things like that, and also antifungal actually. So yeah, this particular tree is the Eucalyptus globulus virgin. It's primarily that and a tree called Eucalyptus genii that is found in the UK, and then across Australia there's obviously all the different versions. The Aborigines used this tree for many different aspects, but especially because of its antibacterial properties and anti-infectious properties, and they would wrap their wounds in the leaves and also use it as a febrifuge to help the body during fever. In Chinese medicine, because all of my training has been within Chinese medicine, both as an aromatherapist and an acupuncturist, we talk in Chinese medicine a lot about energetics and also about temperatures. So we're talking a lot about yin and yang. Is it hot or is it cold? Is it warm or cool? Is it dry or moist? And the energetics of eucalyptus oil, it is a dry oil, which means that it can help a lot with damp conditions, and because of its cineol content, it's got the ability to be quite mucolytic, so it can help the respiratory system if it's very congested to clear out, and Eucalyptus globulus is the strongest at doing that, and also because of that it is not really recommended for children. So the safest of the three to use with children is the Eucalyptus radiata, which is more of a neutral temperature, and Eucalyptus citriodora is more of a cooling temperature. So for myself, when I'm working with people who've had, we call wind cold invasion or a wind hot invasion, if we've been attacked by something in the environment that creates a cold result in our systems, we'll tend to have mucus that's clearer or white in colour, and that will indicate a warmer oil to use. Whereas if we're attacked by something hot, or it turns into more heat in our system, we'll see a lot more yellow phlegm if we've got a nasty cough or we're congested, and that would indicate more a cooling oil to support the system. And then obviously you can use it in lots of different ways. So you can, for its sort of expectorant and purifying properties, you can have a steam bath. It blends really nicely with other oils that also support the respiratory system and immune system, such as frankincense, or a richer oil like benzene. Benzene and frankincense are both resins, but they're both very deep in nature, and they blend really nicely with eucalyptus. Eucalyptus also blends nicely with peppermint and also lavender. But making up a lovely blend to rub on your chest, you could use lime oil, which supports the respiratory system, with some eucalyptus and some frankincense in there, and rub that into your chest, you know, a few times a day if you were experiencing any sort of respiratory weakness, just to strengthen the system and to get those wonderful properties out of the eucalyptus oil. But also I love to diffuse it, and it's really nice with rosemary and lemon. That's one of my favourite blends that I use. Very purifying of the air, very uplifting, and obviously because you're opening the respiratory system and the airways, you're going to affect your mood quite strongly. So it really uplifts the mood and helps break through limiting beliefs that we might have that are keeping us caught in a particular place that we want to move from or move through. All of the oils actually, which have the ability to open up the airways and enable us to breathe more deeply and breathe through life, enable us to shift through patterns that we might get stuck in, and eucalyptus is the same in that way. Of the aroma, the globulus is much stronger and more tonifying, and the radiata has a gentler, softer aroma, which is preferred a lot by many. I've used Eucalyptus radiata with my children right throughout their childhoods. I didn't use globulus on them as children at all. I do, obviously, as an adult, if there's a lot of cold in the system and a big cleanse is needed. But mostly the Eucalyptus radiata does everything that you need. It offers all of the wonderful properties within the eucalyptus oil. And if it's not an oil that you know very well, I really recommend you get to know it, because its uses are great, both, as I said, in sort of tonifying the body, but also clearing dampness. And wherever dampness settles, whether that's through eating too many damp foods or something outside of us that invades our system and creates more damp in the system, then it's really good to use for that. And also in the urogenital system, it can really help clear dampness in that area. So do get to know it. It's a wonderful, wonderful oil, and I hope you enjoy using it.